Power BI September update is out. So we are here with two of experts in Agile team, Kane and Owen, to talk about what are the things that we are excited about. So Kane, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, hello, I'm Kane. I'm a senior consultant at Agile. I'm usually known for being into things like calculation groups and that, but I am excited about some of the stuff in the update. Yeah.
Thanks, Kane. And Owen, please.
Yeah, hi, I'm Owen, also a consultant with Agile Analytics. I'm based in Auckland, New Zealand, so I sort of have the New Zealand background today. But yeah, I'm had been sort of waiting for a few days now with for this September update. So looking, a few exciting things here, I think. So
yes, usually it's a week earlier. So I don't know what happened this time. Do you know why was the delay?
Not 100% sure, but
I know they always say that it's something breaks.
Yeah, and that's interesting because we delayed our Power BI meetup by 1 week, and then this also delayed, published by 1 week. So maybe they are syncing their updates with our Sydney Power BI meetup. I'm joking. Okay, so what does excite you most? Maybe Kane, do you want to start?
Sure. Look, there's a few things that are exciting, but I was quite excited about the new button features, and I actually ran into them yesterday by chance before the update had come out. I was working on a report. And it was actually was published in the service and embedded in a website, and all of a sudden all the buttons started looking wrong. And so I got in the service and started I started tweaking it in desktop and publishing it and looking at it, and they weren't matching up. And I realized that the padding that I'd applied in desktop was completely not being used in the service. So then I tried to have a look in the service, and I found all the new settings there. But what I think is great about it is that obviously there's a lot more creativity that you can add to reports. You can get a lot fancy with buttons, which I think has been lacking. And I think there's some things that will be easier to do, like those kind of pill-shaped toggle buttons. They were kind of tricky to do in Power BI. I had to try and find images and different things. They'll be quite simple to do now. And to be honest, I'm keen to dig into it more and see what sort of creative things you can do with it, because there's just so much more added to it. The other thing I think that people will like, and which I like, is the series labels on the line charts. I think they've been coming for a long time. There's some people in the community that have been making lots of noise about that for quite some time. So yeah, I'm excited that they finally got that there, and I think anything that makes reports look kind of tidier and neater and cleaner is a good thing.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Kane. And that's good tip for some people that may experience same issue. Owen, how about you?
Yeah, sure. I'm particularly, on top of what Kane already mentioned, particularly interested in there's a bit of an update to calculate and calculate table, and I did spot this in I think the Dex.guide website mentioned these possibly, or someone on Twitter mentioned them a few days ago. But essentially now you can, it's kind of a convenience thing. If you want to use an aggregation function within as a calculate filter argument, for example, a cumulative calculation, you can now say date less than or equal to max date, and that will work directly within calculate, rather than having to maybe create a variable or do it some other way. So it's kind of it simplifies your DAX code. From what I understand, there's no performance change, but it's just a bit easier to write your DAX. And I know with a lot of people I've worked with, having to declare variables for these sort of simple scenarios is kind of tedious. So I'm quite keen on that one. So yeah, you can do min max, maybe even a sum with or other aggregation functions straight within a calculate filter argument. And so that's one. And also, it's probably a minor one, but they've added an argument to the XIRR function. I know I used this in a few sort of financial sort of reports in the past, So it's handling those errors for XIRR, because it does one of those sort of volatile sort of functions, which can give you errors when you don't get a result from your IRR calculation. So that's the kind of handy one. Those are the two that sort of stand out to me, but in the DAX arena, certainly. So yeah, but there are a whole bunch of others. Yeah.
There's the one about making it easier to format based on users' locale. Is that I believe there was a bug with Australian dates that people have been talking about for a while. Will that help with that? I'm trying to think. It may.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think it would. Yeah. Have to test it out, but it looks like, yeah. From what I can see, it all relates to the format function when you specify a locale.
Yeah.
So if you are using that function to create formatted dates, yeah, I think it would have to play around with it, but yeah, it should allow you to.
The calculate change to the calculate allowing you to put aggregation functions in there. They made the change not too long ago to calculate to simplify syntax. So maybe it seems like maybe that's a bit of a direction that they're taking, is to continually simplify calculate statements and simplify DAX, which is good, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree, because I think it's just one of those hurdles to new users is sometimes to do something that conceptually simple, it requires a bit more code than you might like, certainly as a new DAX user. So yeah, I'm all for that, and the language will continue to evolve, I'm sure, but yeah, the simpler they can make it, the better. So I'm totally on board with that. Yeah. But yeah, there's a bunch of sorry, go on.
That's a good one. I was gonna say, for me, the Power BI connector in Power Automate GA generally available now, which is very exciting. So it looks like Microsoft is working on more integration between different components of Power Platform, Power BI, Power Automate, Power Apps. So things that we can do now is, like, for instance, you can use Power Automate in Power BI to perform actions like refresh a data set, maybe doing export, or perform an action when a data-driven alert is fired. So that's very interesting, things that you can do now with Power BI, calling Power Automate flow and doing some of those inside Power BI. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think good integration between Power BI and Power Automate and Power Apps. The more integrated they are, the easier it is to build really cool solutions for people. I think you can, even not on an enterprise level, but just on a medium business level, I think you can, using SharePoint and Power Platform, there's a lot of really cool stuff you can put together with good integration between those tools, I think.
Excellent. So for those of you who are new in Power BI, Power BI normally gets monthly update. So what it looks like is that you simply go to Power BI blog. I'm sharing my screen, so once again, which is this one. So you go to Power BI blog, and then you can see the features, a summary of each, and then you can watch a quick video about some of those in action. So as you see, there's a lot with every update. Sometimes you get, 10, 20, 50 of them, which is a bit challenging for us to keep up. But that's really a good job that Power BI team is, normally hearing what people say in that ideas.powerbi.com. Looks like there's also an update in the forum. That's interesting. But if you want to download latest Power BI, you can simply click on download desktop, or you can do this from Microsoft Store. If you have it, it might automatically update it for you whenever there's an update available. So what else, guys? Do you have anything else?
I see some interesting updates to goals, Power BI goals, and they've enabled that for mobile, which I think that's a handy feature.
Have you used goals, Owen? Because I personally haven't tried that yet. I was waiting to get more, I guess, mature. But what do you think about Power BI goals?
I think it's I think it's a great feature. I think where you kind of have a common set of goals that might come from different data sets. I guess it's kind of a common business scenario where you have metrics, you're tracking them over time, and you sort of want the ability to see a quick status update without necessarily, I guess it avoids, you don't necessarily have to build a specialized report page or dashboard for that. So it's like I guess I think of it as a sort of a specialized dashboard that to handle this common scenario of sort of metrics that update over time and viewing all your KPIs in one place without necessarily having to build a specialized report or dashboard. So I think it's a useful feature that will certainly help some, possibly some businesses where they sort of have their common metrics and the sort of the red, amber, green status tracking. It's definitely useful, I think, and you don't necessarily need to be a full-blown Power BI report builder to build that or interact with that. So I think it solves a common situation for many businesses. So
do you know if it needs premium or it works with Pro license?
I believe that works with Pro. I could be
I think it's premium only.
It is a premium.
Pretty sure it's premium only.
My
premium
bad.
PPU.
I guess it's one of those ones that uses a bit extra. The resource on top of Pro. It needs premium. That is quite right. Yep.
I'm interested to check out the insights as well, which is only available in premium as well, which is just preview. But I think again, it's one of those things that's similar to goals that just makes it easy for customers. Out of the box insights. It'll be a good feature. If they can, if it works well, it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
That's right. Yep. So it looks like Microsoft is adding more, analytics inside Power BI out of the box functionality to do some insights. So that will be really interesting to see what's this one. I saw a demo on that, but I haven't tested myself. As you said, it requires premium. Okay. Is it all or anything else you want to add?
The last thing I just mentioned, I see a few new visuals I mentioned in this month's update. So there's an infographic one in there which looks useful. The Graphimate pictograms, and the annotated bar by Querion. I'll as well.
I thought the annotated bar as well. I thought that looked quite interesting. Good visual.
So keen to have a play with that.
That's good. And I saw something about admin API. I think there's a feature that now you can let me see, API to determine who has access to what Power BI artifact. Still in preview, but that's definitely a very good feature for admins to check all those access and make get report user as admin API. Okay, that's good. Good news for admins.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Kane, from your side? I think we covered almost everything. Yeah, that's good. Well. And look, there's certainly a lot of features that it takes time for us to go and digest and test them in action. But the purpose of this video, and will be hopefully every month, will be just to give you a few, I guess, tips about the latest updates, and we will share, I guess, the most exciting ones, because as I said, there are usually a lot of features, and we can just talk about maybe a few of them every time. All right. Thanks very much, Kane. Thanks, Owen. And thanks everyone who watched this. Hopefully we cover the same next month, and maybe we can even have a Q&A session from next time where people can come and ask questions. All right. Have a good one. See you, everyone.
Be good. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.